taking side. You see, I don't want to keep on exposing, but he deserves to be exposed. He deserves to be exposed. Some time ago, in one of the interviews he granted, he said he does not know me at all. I want to tell the whole world, he's a liar.
Huh? He's a what?
He's a liar.
He's a what? He's a what?
He's a liar.
He's a waiting now.
He's a liar.
He's a what? It's a what?
He's a liar.
He's a waiting now.
He's a liar.
Jagabot, if Tinubu don't collapse, they don't rush and go American hospital for France. So it's also wrong.
Now, am I the type that wants government to interfere in free speech? Of course, no. Do I want government to start disturbing or harassing bloggers here and there? Of course, no. Am I the type that want Tinubu to be cracking down on people who are disseminating information? Of course, no. But a great damage is being done to our society at this point in time. What do we really want? This Iruwa Ogiriwa is making me tired. Anything goes now. When you go online, too much falsehood, too much wrong thing being said. A lot of people out there just want to have views. They want to make money. So they will put anything out, no matter how deadly that information is. Now, listen, let me ask you, how many times have you heard out there that the president has fallen and collapsed in Aso Rock? How many times have you heard out there that the president has been rushed out to overseas to go and receive medical treatment? How many times have you heard out there that the person in the Aso Rock is not really Tinubu, is a double ganger, is somebody that is making a caricature of Tinubu to be representing him? What is going on here? I thought as Nigerians, we are the apex of intelligence. But what I see these days is not actually pointing to that fact. The facts I'm saying clearly is that our youth refuse to educate themselves properly. They rather get stuck on their phone and be washed away with false information. Fake news is real. Stay away from it. Please, I am begging you for tomorrow of Nigeria. Well, if you don't worry about tomorrow of Nigeria, what about you? Do you have a future at all that you worry about? If you are concerned about your future in person, please stay away from fake information. And all you bloggers, all these people that are actually spreading this nonsense out there, I know you are after making ratings, views, and making money. But at the end of the day, it comes to just one thing. Your life as a Nigerian, our country as a home. If you ruin it today because you are after making this money that you are making, what is going to be the future of your children? And if then you are not going to have children. Still, remember that when you go, people will remember you by something. But in this case, what people will remember you by is nothing but fake news, propaganda, and a bloody liar. You are nothing but a scumbag. I said it. Please, come after me.
Orí àbórí.
Okay, jẹ́ kí n sọ.
Ẹ sọ.
Okay, títí n bá ti sọ, ẹ máa lọ.
Tó bá ti sọ, yín mọ̀ lọ.
Mo rí ń gbà ni.
Ẹ́
Mo rí.
orí. Mo ló ṣe rí.
Ó dúdú.
Orí. Kọ́lọ̀ wo ni? Kọ́lọ̀ wo ni?
Jíde ìyànú mi.
Kọ́lọ̀ wo ni?
Ọlẹ́ mi rí kankan lọ́wọ́ yín.
Rọ́ọ̀nù.
Okay, má ti fẹ́ sọ mo ti.
Ó yá sọ, kọ́lọ̀ wo ni?
Color white.
Kọ́lọ̀ white.
Ẹ pupa. Ẹ pupa ni.
Ẹ́
Ó pupa.
kí ló pupa?
Ẹ pupa.
Rọ́ọ̀nù.
Tó bá lọ bẹ̀ yẹn.
I'm talking about Trinity. Trinity, unfortunately, as much as I like this guy, but they never know when to stop. They don't have a boundary. You want to make a skit, you want to prank people, but you don't have any boundary. Imagine yanking wig off of people's head. That's the way we want to be treating our women. Just because you need some views and you need some money. Treating people like rags. Treating people like they are nothing. Because you want to make money. You are pranking people who came out in the money to be making a living. And then you scatter the whole thing upside down. People cooking just to be able to open their restaurant or buka or cafeteria. You enter the place with a scary loud noise or whatever prank you are trying to prank. And then you scatter the whole place, turning upside down. Women running, men running head-to-scatter. People turning upside down all their cooking material and all their utensils. They have prepared for the day to be able to make a living. The fact that Nigeria is going through so much hardship. You think that this is the best way for you to go about making money? Making other people miserable? Bí ọba ayé ò bá mú ẹ, ọba òkè ń wẹ̀ ọ́. That is to say, if you escape the law here, trust me, the karma is waiting for you one day. Of course, many of these people that you disrupt their life, we go about their business later on. But then, are they really happy about what you've just done? I'm not sure they are. Many people will put a curse on you. Many people will say so many things out of their annoyance that you mess their day up and they will lay that curse on you. The day the curse will now be blowing like a wildfire. Nobody will know what happened anymore. Nobody will remember it is because of what you've done in the past. But everything you do in order to make a living counts in front of God, and the karma will cry on you, either you like it or not. I didn't say Trinity do this, but all I'm saying is that what do we know that Trinity have done while he was making his prank? How many people he has kaleku? How many people he has actually made to cry during his pranks? This is not ordinary. To me, Oda Biasasi, it looks like they follow the guy. I believe he is old enough to know that what he did that resulted into his arrest is a crime. He knows. But yet he did it anyway. What do you think that is? It's a curse if you don't know. Be careful out there. When you are pranking, be careful what to do. Some people, they are going about trying to find solution to their livelihood. If you mess their day up just because you want to make views and make money, trust me, there is a payback. Some people will put something in their mouth. One feel like only, one they survey. Exactly what they say will happen to you. It may not happen to them. When a child causes at the Iroko tree, he'll be looking back. He will be looking back as if the Iroko tree is going to follow him that very day. No. It may take a while before the Iroko tree actually fall. Today, it is the Iroko tree that fell. And it fell on Trinity. Unfortunately. What he did, and he was busy filming it. That is not ordinary. That is not ordinary. It's coming from the fact that he has actually offended some people in a way that really hurt it to their soul. Trust me, they don't even have to put anything in their mouth. All they have to do is put a water on their roof. Trust me, put a water on your roof till the day break. If they don't actually come upon that water, drink a little bit of it. Whatever you say, Ashamuni. Who knows what people have said to Trinity that causes this? Be careful, boys and girls. Your pranks, your skits, make sure it makes sense and make sure it respects other people. Respect your fellow Nigerians when you are making these silly monies.
His answers on the matters of the law seem to me to verge on incoherent.
You think they're wise?
The only way NARA could ever get this stuff, this back, would be please, 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 could we have it back? Please, because they have no. We were talking. No, and
they said,
I gave
can you
them
give the
some,
documents back?
and we were talking.
And then they
said they went to DOJ to subpoena you to get them, which they've never done before. Right. And why not just hand them over then? Because I have boxes. I want to go through the boxes and get all my personal things out. I don't want to hand that over to Nara yet. And I was very busy, as you've sort of seen. Yeah, but according to the indictment, you then tell this aide to move to other locations after telling your lawyers to say you'd fully complied with the subpoena when you hadn't. But before I send boxes over, I have to take all of my things out. These boxes were interspersed with all sorts of things.
70 years old man.
Please, and please, Trump family, MAGAs, that is Trump supporters, his lawyers, surrogates, associates, please try and do us all a favor.
Continue.
Pick Trump up, pick him up, tie his hands behind his back, and throw him into a room. While you are doing that, make sure you tie the strong rope, whatever rope you use, tie him against his own bed. Lock the room so that Trump will not have access to go out and do another interview. And again, while you are at that, make sure you find a tape, very wide, thick, solid tape. Seal his lips. That way, even when he's inside the room and he screams loud, none of us can hear him. Because the more this guy talks, the more he will put himself in jeopardy. I personally don't want American president to go to jail. He's a former American president, of course, and I personally don't want him to go to jail. That will be a bad reputation for America. What a great country America is. To now have at the back of our history that a former American president go to jail, that will be terrible. We don't want that. But as much as we don't want it, Trump is not helping himself. He is preparing himself to actually go to jail. Of whose benefit this is going to be, I don't know. And I don't understand. And I don't get it anymore. But please, families of Trump people, Trump lawyers, associates, do us all a favor. Keep him in a room so that he won't have access to go to any other interview. Please, while you are doing that, make sure you seal his lips. I'm saying it again. Seal his lips so that he won't be able to shout for all of us to hear anymore. Because the more he talks, the more he's getting closer to going to jail. This guy is running out of time, and his mouth is running him into trouble. Can Trump actually avoid all this dilemma? Yes, he can avoid it, but he chooses not to. After all, the prosecutors, the DOJ, they gave him a lot of chances, a long rope to pull, and yet Trump refused to bring himself up to dignity. They said, all this document, please, let it go, release it. Trump said, no. All this classified information, please, it's not yours, it's government property. You are no longer in the presidency. Please, release it. Trump said, no. Why? I don't know. But maybe some of you can explain to me why Trump insisted to keep all these documents that landed him in trouble. Maybe one of the reasons is to brag to you guys, to show in the corner of his room that he's still the president of America, keeping some documents that are relevant to government. But at the end of the day, he got himself in trouble. All the things Trump is doing to get himself in trouble, I am blaming you, supporters, for it, because you are not checking him. If you have said the truth to the guy, he won't do any of this mess. I don't want him to run into trouble. After all, he has done his time, 4 years for America. That is enough, or maybe not to you, but I think he's done enough. Maybe damage, maybe good, I don't know. I don't want any former American president with that title in his head to go to jail. That would be a bad reputation for every one of us all, especially America. So please, talk to him, because all this nonsense he's doing all around is you guys that are giving him all the impetus. You support him even when he's wrong, and yet when he's wrong, he won't figure it out because you guys keep supporting it. Maybe if you have told him some truth, some very basic hard truth that knock him in the gut, he will have checked himself and released all the documents before it is too late. Now, before he actually end up in jail, please help us all keep him away from the next interview, because Jack, this particular prosecutor, is listening to Trump. Everything Trump says in all this interview is going to be used against him. Tell him to keep his mouth shut. And if he cannot keep his mouth shut, help us all seal it for him so that he will not do another interview at least until the end of this particular case. We don't want a former president in prison.
70 years old man.
I can see you really like me.
Oh yeah, Daddy like.
But before we go any further, have you been in prison in the last 10 years?
Yes, of course.
Wait, what?
Actually, 25 years.
Really? But how?
My last marriage, it's like a prison. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
This man.
Why are you running?
I've been asked to leave a restaurant for openly bowing my head in prayer hands. In America.
And that, my people, is a fat, big, bold, face, heartless lie. I've been in America for a while. I've gone to many restaurants. And I'm the kind that usually bow my head and pray before I eat. I have never seen this happen to me or anybody. So, woman, if you're going to tell us something this explosive about your fellow Americans, please give us a video evidence. If this really happened to you, you will carry out your phone and record, because this will go viral. If any restaurant do that to any American, that is a lawsuit, a big fat payday. One more favor you have to do for me. Give us the name of this particular restaurant that did this to you, and I fight to shut them down. If you can provide the name, with all due respect, for you to squeeze your lie and shove it.
As you can see, these are the stupid people we are fighting for to have their freedom. They are here making vote. They are here planning for election. Today is 14th of April. Today is 14th of April. Today is 14th of April. Yes, we have sent a warning to you people. We have sent a warning to you people. We have sent a warning to you people. We don't want. Hey, come again. Come again. Don't close. Bastard. Today is 14th of April. Today is 14th of April.
why did the police arrest you?
Okay, I there for my place. All those freedom fighter people, then come arrested me. Then tell me, say, when I work for them. When I work for them, I tell them a lie. Say, I no go work for them. They won't put me into trouble. Then come hang me into inside bush for 2 days. I suffer. I suffer that place. They then come and tell me, say, I agree. I tell them, yes, I agree. Then tell me, say, if any day I cast them, anything where they do for this world, then go tell me, say, na me do am. He reach Saturday. Then 4 boys will come to my place in the evening time. Don't tell me, say, they won't come fight for freedom fighter. Let me work for them. Now, after two, then don't they come before. I tell them, say, no wahala. I give them chance where they drink. Now, so like that. After they go that thing, I don't know, say, na my place, they won't come do that thing. Small time for Sunday morning, I dey hear gun. Everywhere. After the gun finished, I came out. I came out and carry my phone and video that motor where they born for that place. Now so.
Which motor them born?
Na motor of police.
Which people they talk about? Who are they?
Then they here.
Which is the name of their group?
Oh, Oberago and Ike and Busari 1 minute. That one run. That one run. You know that.
Where are you from?
I'm from.
We don't school. What I thought caramba. Where Indo. What the hell, up boy. Where Indo. Don't school. Pagalanto.
Well, forget it. That's me. Number one.
The board does not have anything against any candidate. Our interest is to secure the sanctity of the examination body, and we will do everything humanly possible to protect that particular issue. Our attention was drawn to it. We check our system. If they can one or two judges, she has also falsified. She also displayed on channels. Sleep and then added some figures and came up with a figure. And when you look at the top, the head is very easy for candidates to just scan the graphics, and then you change the numbers, and then you begin to parade it around. It does not affect anything that we have on the database, because I've seen a lot of narrative out there. The result was in 2021. People are getting some things wrong. It does not affect what is in the database. It's only the slip they are parading around. Yeah, look at it. You will see that there's a QR code there.
Yes.
That QR code is the result.
This QR
code is the result. Now, if you scan the QR code, you will see the owner of the result. And the owner of the result scored 138 in 2021. That was the last time we used this particular result. If you look at her actual result, look at the date of birth on that result, on that result notification.
This notification?
Yes, look at the date of birth there. What are you seeing?
2nd of March 2004.
Sure, look at, okay, this is our actual result. You can also scan the QR code on this result. And what is the date of birth on this result?
2nd of April 2004.
That is our actual result. We have, when a candidate approaches the board to register for examination, we give you a template where you fill your details handwritten before it is now transmitted into the system. We also pull that because I got this invitation yesterday very late. I couldn't pull that listen. And you will see that her date of birth is 2nd April 2004. And that is also what is on her name, because we don't even capture it manually. The candidate sent his name to 55019, and then his detail is now picked up, and then that is what is used for the registration. So if you scan that QR code, you also see that that is our actual result.
You have spoken with whistleblowers. You also spoke with an informant who gave you all of this information. Where is that informant today? Where are these whistleblowers?
Well, unfortunately, we can't track down the informant. We're hopeful that the informant is still there. The whistleblower knows the informant. The whistleblower is very credible.
Hold on a second, Congressman. Did you just say that the whistleblower or the informant is now missing?
Well, we're hopeful that we could find the informant. Now, remember, these informants are kind of in the spy business, so they don't make a habit of being seen a lot or being high profile or anything like that. We have basic information with respect to what the informant has alleged, and it's very serious. It alleges that Joe Biden, when he was vice president, was involved in a quid pro quo with a foreign country in exchange for foreign aid.
Are there whistleblowers or informants missing right now?
9 of the 10 people that we've identified that have very good knowledge with respect to the Bidens, they're one of 3 things, Maria. They're either currently in court, they're currently in jail, or they're currently missing.
Who were able to subpoena and got your hands on, they'd show that some of the president's relatives were paid more than $10 million from foreign sources between 2015 and 2017. And your party, the Republican investigators, say that that's proof of influence peddling by Hunter and James. But that's just your suggestion. You don't actually have any facts to that point. You've got some circumstantial evidence. And the other thing is, of all those names, the one person who didn't profit is there's no evidence that Joe Biden did anything illegally.
Well, if you look at the laptop and the emails between the president's son and his associates, they went to great lengths to hide Joe's involvement. They even gave him nicknames. They called him the Celtic and the big guy.
So he is a fugitive from the law. So they have embraced these House Republicans, a fugitive on the law. And also, just because, we were going to break and we've been talking about Russia, I said that he might be a Russian spy. No, I'm so sorry. Not a Russian spy. He may be the Republicans' great hope, maybe a Chinese spy. So he's on the run. He's a fugitive from the law. And the fine people in the Southern District of New York think that Comer's like ace in his pocket that he's going to pull out and show the libs. He's going to own the libs with a suspected Chinese spy who's a fugitive from the law. And there you have, Willie Geist, your 2023 House Republican caucus.
There is a big trouble in Little China. Humongous trouble in Little China. That is why that I was busy pleasuring myself that you have a whistleblower that is going to give us all we need to know about damaging report on Hunter Biden. It turns out that the whistleblower himself is a damaging goods, who is also on the run, who is also an arms dealer for Iran. The same Iran all you GOP has been actually screaming on top of your loins that is the enemy of America. Your whistleblower is an arms dealer for Iran, and is also an agent of China. He's on the run from the law. James Comer, are you freaking kidding me right now? James Comer and all the GOP in Congress, I wish I did not have to say this. You are all buckload of jokes. Funny. You are nothing but funny. You got all my hopes up, thinking that you have something on Hunter Biden, only to now find out that your whistleblower is an alleged criminal who is on the run from the law. How does this work out again, James Comer? How does this work out again for you? Oh, they are going to make fun of you. Yes, I will be the first one to make fun of you right now, because now you are nothing but a joke. Funny. Why are you keeping all my hopes up, man? Trying to make me feel good that you are going to get Hunter Biden. Only at the end of the day, your whistleblower is now the one who is on the run. I am highly disappointed. Man, now there's no hope. No hope is left. I cannot stop drinking. No hope. You come on, man. Keep it coming, please. I need more. James Comer messed my day up, man.
He's unwilling to take responsibility for any of the mistakes that were made, and that is a failure of leadership. You can boo all you want, but here's the thing. Our faith teaches us that people have to take responsibility for what they do. People have to stand up and take accountability for what they do.
Indict me. I consider it a great badge of courage.
To be a Christian in the olden days, maybe you should listen to Chris Christie. To get a badge of courage as a good Christian today, you can go and kill somebody in the 5th Avenue. If that one does not do it for you, please engage yourself in insurrection. If all this does not do it for you, what you have to do is keep some classified documents in your bedroom, in your living room, in your garage, in your kitchen, in your bathroom, everywhere that you can find in the nooks and crannies of your house. And when the police knock your door to ask for the classified document, please give it to us back. Please refuse. Because if you don't, you are not qualified to be a Christian. Refuse and refuse and refuse. And wait for the DOJ to indict you. Now you are a qualified Christian. You are qualified to follow Christ. Follow Trump.
She's gonna walk, and she will be tired because the man wants everything now. The man wants food, and apart from everything, when the woman is done, maybe the woman is going to work very early in the morning. She has to take care of the house, cook for the kids, and do that. Then at the end of the day, maybe the woman sleeps and is trying to sleep gently on the bed. The man is already tapping her again for another job, midnight job.
The
man is already tapping her again for midnight job. That means the woman has to go for a money job, then come back in the evening, take care of the kids. That's the evening job. Then when she's supposed to sleep and rest, then another midnight job. And if the woman is trying to resist, I'm tired, I need to rest, I'm going to work in the following day, they will say, oh, she's this, she's that. At the end of the day, how do you expect that family to work?
Well, you can call me Sir LaBlue. Once in a while, I like to enjoy chill, cold, you are free to call it whatever you want. But I call it truth serum. Tasteful. I know some Nigerians are still angry because of the last election. It is okay. While you lick your wounds, please don't forget to pay attention.
Continue.
In just 14 days, this president has announced an end to oil theft, signed Retirement Age Judicial Officers Bill into law, signed 2023 Electricity Act and Interest-Free Student Loan Bill into law. Yet, you are not paying attention. You want to keep praying for this president to fail?
Jesus!
I'm afraid, if you do not pay attention, Nigeria may leave you behind. Don't play catch-up, man. I said it's truth serum, and I said it tastes good in my mouth. I didn't say it will feel good when you hear me.
Right now, I feel like a tiger inside of me, ready to chase away all the criminals in Nigeria. And some other time, I feel like a lion in me, ready to devour all the enemies, internal enemies of Nigeria. That's my feeling right now.
What a very, very good feeling you are feeling. In fact, I will ask you to take it up the notch feel like a dragon, okay? Because we want you to spit fire. Spit fire on all these criminals. Wipe them away if you can. We want to believe you. Boss, strong enough to be able to tackle this problem. Go on and do your job. Because if you do not do your job, we will check on your boss again and make sure that they are really strong enough. They're not strong enough. If you cave to the corrupt people, I will be in the forefront of people who will bust your balls. You don't want Salah Blue to bust your balls. Keep your balls and keep it strong. If you really want to fight corruption, we are behind you. But if you don't, I'm coming for your 2 balls. Okay? Jagangai.
If there's a glitch, there's a report for a glitch that you should be able to release and say, these are the causative factor of a computer glitch. I want you to talk as regards that line, Samson. Those are the 2 questions to wrap up. Okay, no, but you, sir. Please, yes or no answer. Are those things justified?
I will not go a yes or no with you because most times, Mr. Rufai, you pick your questions as if you are political, as if you are aligned as a Labour Party card carrying member. Sorry to say this, because I must put you, maybe the way I put it to you.
Who in the world is saying Rufai Oseni of Advocacy is biased? Why in the world will any one of you be saying that Rufai has a card membership of Labour Party? Why will anybody in this world ever think that Rufai Oseni is biased? Let me see. Maybe because of this. Or because of this. Or this one. If somebody is alleging that you are biased and you have a card membership of Labour Party, it's not a funny issue. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at all? That is not a funny issue. You call yourself a journalist. If somebody alleges you of this, you need to tell Orepa. That means question yourself. There's something you are doing wrong. Okay? As a true journalist, there's something you are doing wrong. I am not saying you are doing anything wrong. After all, I didn't come to your show to come and allege you that you have a card membership of Labour Party. It is your guest that asked that particular question of you. If your integrity has been challenged, question yourself. Okay? Don't laugh. It's not funny. Do something about it.
Social media.
Absolutely.
The use of social media to promote what they call alternative facts.
Misinformation.
Was it Conway that came up with that phrase?
Kellyanne Conway.
Yes, Conway that came up with that phrase in the US after an election. People providing alternative truths, which may not necessarily be true. And indeed, in that report, what the report says is the effect of fake news. So it's not about personalities. It's about the trend that we're dealing with. The deleterious effect of alternative facts propagated through social media by persons who have partisan interests, by ignorant people, by people who collect, how much do they pay them? 10,000, 20,000 naira to malign people hiding under unnecessary anonymity while we promote the social media as a platform for freedom of expression and also for self-validation and for business. What we see is that there is great danger there.
Dr. Abati, you have all the guts in this world to be asking questions about the integrity of people who are carrying the news on the social media. You can actually tell the whole world that the information on the social media is completely moronic and is being offered by people who are spreading fake news. You, Dr. Abati, saying that. Why don't you ask Oji Okwe where she's getting all her news from? I thought she's getting everything from social media as well. I mean, what will you call this one? What about this one? Yeah. Did you forget she said this? Did you forget this one? And this one? And this one? This one? This one? Oh, this one? And yet, you have the guts to be asking and be challenging social media fake news. Even when the person right in front of you, Ojiokwe, is actually getting her news from the same source. I mean, what would you call David Udeyi? David Udeyi is a source of Arise News. Imagine that kind of nonentity bringing you conspiracy theories here and there. I mean, what sort of human being will be telling you that Tinubu didn't go to school? He didn't go to school. He worked in ExxonMobil before becoming a senator, two-time governor of Lagos State. What kind of human being will be giving you that trash, and yet you are giving us the same trash, and yet that is your source? What kind of a source do you call David Udeyi? Tell me. The chief conspiracy theorist on the social media, and yet that is your main source, Ojiobe. I mean, what kind of news will you call somebody who is telling everybody that Tinubu is a woman? I mean, what kind of source or news would you call somebody who is saying that Tinubu have a dual citizenship? Everything so far that you have brought in from David Udeyi has never been confirmed, verified, or actually proved to be right. Meaning, it is nothing but conspiracy theory, and it is gotten from the social media. And yet, you have the guts to be calling social media fake when you yourself are getting your news from the same source. Enough is enough. Arise TV, Dr. Abati, person of your caliber, I respect you so much. Tell Ojiope to stop doing that. Get your news from the right source. Dig and dig and dig. That is what journalists do. You dig it yourself. And when you even find some news, if you cannot confirm it, please don't tell us. If you cannot verify it, there's no need to say it at all. And if you verify it, remember, a true journalism requires that you actually called the person who's the news concerned. Call the person and ask that person to put his own saying into whatever you want to release. And let the person aware that you want to release the news of so about him. That is what the news and the journalism requires. But you guys are not doing that. And but most of the time, people can see clearly that you are aligned with Labour Party. If you don't see it, people see it. And now I'm reminding you that we all see you. You are biased. Yes, there is little bias in every one of us. But when we get on here, we try as much as possible to put it under the carpet and actually say the truth to power. When you think you are saying the truth to power, saying the truth to power is not just that truth against the power that you did not support. Say the truth to power, to the power that you actually support. To put an award in front of you that you have been awarded as a fair journalist. The only thing I see in that is this. If you start parading all around the marketplace and tell everybody that I did not kill him, I did not kill him, I did not kill him, the chances are you did kill him. If you are parading all over the market that I did not steal it, I did not steal it, there is chances 100%, almost or more or less 90% that you actually stole the goods. Okay, so if a journalist is now parading himself that, hey, see me, I am fair, I am fair, I am a fair journalist, there is 90% chances that you are not fair. Okay, we do not need you to be doing that. Okay, let us give you the award, let us give you the reward, let your work speak for itself, not you parading to us that you are fair. If you are really fair, there's no need to do that. You're a journalist. What is the federal of you is to be fair. You don't need an award for that. You don't need a single award for that.
As you see, from the tone of the report.
What is our award turning to? Suddenly, you have to be given an award for being fair. That is your job, okay? That is what is expected of you. That is your oath as a journalist. Okay? And let me tell you one thing. You keep, saying all these foolish things about Tinubu, and you want everybody to believe that you don't have anything against him. Imagine you are telling the whole world that the witches is supporting Tinubu. Are you crazy? I mean, you're telling the whole world that the guy who became a senator in Nigeria and who became a governor 2 times, who worked in ExxonMobil, has no education. You're telling yourself that. And Rufai, you really believe that? And Abati, you truly believe that Tinubu did not go to school? Abba, come on. Common sense sometimes rule over everything. But that is what you lack by challenging his education. And yet you want me to believe that you are fair? But when was the last time you said anything negative about Peter Obi? When Peter Obi said, thank you, Daddy, and actually begged a whole pastor or bishop to actually gather Christian for religious work, what did I hear you say? Cricket. And yet, you all have the guts to be challenging somebody who challenge you that you have a Labour Party card membership and you are laughing. 3 major parties in Nigeria currently, 3 major parties. We have APC, we have PDP, and then we have LP. Okay? If all 3 parties are actually criticizing you, Rufai Oseni and Dr. Abati, then you are doing your job. But all the criticism I'm hearing is coming from one side alone, APC. They keep saying, you guys are all about them every time. And there's no lie to that. If you are giving us news challenging Tinubu's education, if you are giving us news actually saying that Tinubu has dual citizenship, really? Petty, stupid report. Report that cannot hold water. And your source is the almighty David Udeni, the guy known as conspiracy theorist online. That is your source. And yet you want everybody to believe now that you are authentic because you got some Mangolo award. Somebody said you have a Labour Party card membership and yet you are laughing. It's funny to you. It's not a funny matter. It's a serious one. If you are a true journalist, be a true journalist. Journalism is not a joke. Stop being biased. Throw away your card membership of Labour Party PDP. Criticize everybody. Atiku, Peter Obi, Tinubu, everybody that comes your way. Fire them. That's what we need you for. We don't need you to be smiling with Peter Obi and be frowning with Tinubu. That is not what we want you for. Okay? Make sure you hide your bias and actually give us truism. Okay? I can do it. And you will never know. Who am I supporting?
NFM has reminded everybody is that we are women friendly and gender inclusive.
To die. Gang of Lagos. That is all we want to portray to the world. The Europeans or the Western world, they don't want to see Africans being portrayed in a good manner. If you give them a good story, they will not take it from you. To get it listed on Prime or Netflix or portray Nigeria in a terrible manner. Gang of Lagos, that is the story they want. King of Boys, that is the story they want to see about Africa. Portraying us as gangs who carry machetes here and there and shoot each other like we're animals. Give them the teachings you want them to understand about Africa, not what they want to see. And you are now portraying as if people who wear you are actually criminal. Really? You want the whole world to really respect us as Africans? Because the superhero who is in Nigeria, not a criminal. All these are superheroes. It is not only the white people that we want to see in movies as superheroes. They want to portray themselves as the superheroes and the savior of the world. But then Africa portray them as criminals and nothing but barbarics. And yet you reply the dates. Take the money and start doing some useless movie here and there. They portray us like animals, like we're barbaric. Gang of Lagos, really? Gang of Lagos? King of Boys? Nonsense.
Out like fight night. Hit it with a left, hit it with a right. I'ma knock the pussy out like fight night. Hit it with the left, hit it with the right. I'ma knock the pussy out like fight night. If you know me, know this ain't my first way. Certified everywhere, ain't got a print resume. Take out LA. Talk crazy, I pull up underlay. RP to Nate, dog.
three requests of all the security agencies of this country and of the governance itself, right from the president to the lowest individual in this country. One, all the case files must be opened on all those who've been killed as a result of intolerance. I don't care whether they were said to have abused this avatar or this prophet or not. Two, I want all of us who have connections anywhere in the world, in fact, beginning here, with all those who preach violence in politics, that will not give them visa. We say extend it to religious bigots. Extend this to those who preach and who applaud violence in the name of religion. Three, it's about time we demanded, on behalf of traditional religions, an annual holiday like Islam and Christianity. We had enough of being second-class citizens in this nation. Equal time, equal space. We demand public holidays. We demand it of state governments, local governments, and the federal government. We want an annual public holiday. Those are my three demands in this home of the Muses.
We should grow the economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down.
Getting rid of Roe v. Wade was an incredible thing. I was able to do it, and I was very honored to do it.
The past 2 years, we've created a record 12.7 million new jobs.
January 6th, it was the largest crowd I've ever spoken to. They were there with love in their heart. That was an unbelievable, and it was a beautiful day.
The price of insulin went from $400, $500, $600 a month down to $35 a month. It saved the government $160 billion.
It was a rigged election. We had a rigged election. I thought it was a rigged election. The election was rigged. That election was rigged.